think they're a very good team. I think they're having a very strong year. I think they've got good players. Mike, very experienced coach as well. So, yeah, I mean, I think the move to the new stadium, they've moved to a new field, a bigger field, and I think it suits their style of play. I think they like to be expansive, they like to play. So I think the move to the new stadium in Charlotte has definitely helped them. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that can be construed really as you know. People in football will say they play the right way in so much as they want to play out from the back and they want to play expansive football, and that's how I like to play. So, but again, there's no real right or wrong way. I shouldn't really be saying stuff like that. I think it's my own belief is that I like to see teams play out. I like to see good football. But again, it's about winning. So whatever a coach decides to do to allow to win, then that's his prerogative. But I think I would say probably 90% of the teams in the USL they all try to play football. They try to make it expansive and they try to make the games enjoyable. So it's not an issue for most of the teams in the league. Yeah, we were really pleased. I mean, I think the fight was very, very good. I think our play could have been a little bit better, could have been a bit sharper, could have been a bit smarter. But again, the reaction I thought was very, very good. And again, I think fantastic to see so many people here. I think the crowd played a big part of that as well, and really encouraged the players to keep going. So it was great from that aspect too. Really, really important. I mean, and credit to him for doing that. I think the emphasis quite often, like you say, is people look at who scored a goal, who set up a goal, whereas for me, I'm looking at everything. So I mean, that's something that we were very glad that he was able to do, and equally it shows the responsibility that all the players have to fulfil. So it was testament to his work that he was able to do that. I think it's a massive opportunity. I think for both teams. I think the fact that we still have to play Charlotte at home, and the fact that we're probably just over the halfway point, I think it maybe lessens the opportunity because there's still so much football to be played. But it's an important game for sure. I think certainly from our standpoint and from theirs, both teams will be desperate to go and try and win the game. I think for us, it gets dictated to us by the league as the amount of teams that you play. Cincinnati, I think we can understand because it's a local rival. We get to play Charleston. We've been there twice, and we get to play Charlotte, which is again it's the way the league is structured. So they're all very tough games. I think when you look at those games, they're all teams that generally will be in around the playoffs. So they're very tough games to play against. But again, that's part of the competition. I think, like I said at the start of the year, when you look at the Eastern Conference, they're all tough games. I don't think there's anyone in the East who you look and you think, oh, that's an easy game. I think it's a really competitive division, and I think you just have to look at how close the league table is. I think the guys have been brilliant, to be honest. I mean, as I say, there was the 5 on Saturday, 4 starters. Obviously, Mike had then dropped off the bench, so you're having difficult conversations with people. But I think the guys do a really good job of encouraging each other and respecting the decisions that are made. I think from a player standpoint, it's not always easy because you obviously feel as if you can play every week. So I get it from their standpoint. But I think that's where the team, the squad comes in, particularly this year because, like I've said, when you look at all the players, most of them have started in a lot of the games. So I think when you have the quality that we have, I think the responsibility for us is trying to make sure that you select the right ones and you're fair and you have honest conversations with people. And that's something that I'll always try to do is to sit down and have a conversation with somebody and let them know what I'm thinking.